everyone, and thank you for attending the USAT Duathlon National Championship pre-race briefing. My name is Emily with the Active Network, and I'll be your moderator. Presenting today is USA Triathlon Race Director Jeff Dyrek, and we also have Rachel Leaf and Tom Thurkildson from USAT who will be answering your questions throughout the talk. So before we get started, I want to quickly go over a few housekeeping items. First off, we encourage you to listen to the webinar through your computer speakers. If that's not an option for you, you can dial into the phone number located in the email you received when you registered. All callers will be muted throughout the entire presentation. If you have any questions for our presenter today, you can submit them using the Q&A box on the right-hand side of your screen at any time during the presentation. There will also be a designated Q&A section at the end to address your questions. Simply type your question into the Q&A box and send it to all panelists. This presentation is being recorded and will be available on USAT's website after the webinar. Now that we're ready to get started, it's my great pleasure to turn it over to Jeff Dyrek. Welcome, Jeff.
Thank you, Emily. I appreciate that. Again, welcome everyone to the USA Triathlon Duathlon National Championship pre-race briefing. The purpose of this briefing is kind of go over everything you will need to know for the event schedule, course maps, and also give you an opportunity to ask questions. As Emily mentioned, this will be recorded, so you will be able to go back to the USAT website and watch this several times before the event actually takes place. If you know people who are not on the webinar, please pass along to them that they can go to the website and view the webinar as well. So we'll get started here with the presentation. So we're going to start off kind of just going over the event schedule, and kind of, again, if you have any questions, feel free to send those over and we'll answer them along the way, and there will be a time at the end that we'll answer the most frequently asked questions as well. So let's jump into the schedule. Thursday, April 28th at the Hilton Tucson El Conquistador, which is the host hotel. From 5 to 7, we'll kind of have a packet pickup on Thursday. So there's a 2-hour window that you come and get your packet information at that point. And then moving on to Friday, starting at 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock, we'll have some focus groups that will focus really on where duathlon is heading and how things can improve from a duathlon standpoint. 9 to 5 o'clock will be your main time to pick up your packets. The expo will be open. Bike support will be open as well. And then at 2 o'clock, we'll do a rules briefing, and that rules briefing is really going to go over any questions specific to the USAT competitive rules as it relates to drafting, blocking, certain rules such as that. And then from 3 to 3:30, we'll also do the same for the elite athletes. And then from 4 to 7, we'll have mandatory bike check-in. That will take place at the race venue, which is Ventana Medical Systems, and we'll go over our map here shortly. And then quickly moving into Saturday, the race venue being at Ventana Medical Systems, 6 o'clock transition will open, 8 o'clock transition will close. We'll be pretty tight with that, so transition will open up. We'll only be open between those hours. At 8 o'clock, we'll be kicking you out. Starting at 8 o'clock will be Wave 1, which will be our para-duathletes, our female 50-plus and male 60-plus. At 8:10 will be Wave 2, males 18 to 44. 8:20, Wave 3, which is males 45 to 59. 8:30 would be Wave 4, females 18 to 49. 9:30 will be our first elite males. And then at 9:35, the elite females will go off as well. And then approximately about 12 noon, we'll close the course and start bike checkout at that time. 1 o'clock, the entire course will be closed. Again, so any runners who may still be out on the course will completely shut down at 1 p.m. and we will escort you back to the transition area. And then at 5 o'clock back at the host hotel at the Hilton El Conquistador, we'll have the Duathlon Town Hall meeting, and this is your opportunity to ask questions to the USAT Duathlon Committee about the direction duathlon is headed, what programs are being developed to support duathlon moving forward. And then shortly after that, at 6 o'clock to about 8, we'll have the award ceremony at the Hilton as well, giving all the awards to all the recipients. So we'll kind of talk a little bit about what to expect during packet pickup. Again, there will be 2 opportunities for packet pickup, one on Thursday, a short window from 5 to 7, and then again on Friday from 9 to 5 o'clock. One thing to remember, please bring ID and your USAT membership card. We will check that. Without that information, you will not be able to pick up your packet, so make sure you pack that away if you're staying at a different hotel, but make sure to bring those pieces of information with you. And again, an important thing throughout Thursday and Friday, make sure you're hydrating. We anticipate warm temperatures for the event, so hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Talk a little bit about parking for Friday and Saturday. The parking will take place at Ventana Medical Systems, and we'll go over a map here in just a second. Again, the parking is within 600 feet of the venue, so there's not a whole lot of walking which you'll have to do. But again, the important thing to note is you have to park in these areas. If you're parked in undesignated areas on like the side of the road or in other areas, the police of Oro Valley will be ticketing and possibly towing vehicles, so make sure you follow the parking maps. And you'll see here, again, this is the venue that the event will be taking place. The parking is down in this area. It's not a dirt lot. This is an old picture. This is paved and nicely taken care of right now. So again, it is not a dirt lot. So again, you can park anywhere in this lot, and then really it's a short walk over to the venue right here. This right here, as we refer to the main building in Ventana Medical Systems, that's what this is right here. So again, if you see anything in the information in the main building, this is what we're referring to. Now, at packet pickup, you're going to receive a couple sets of numbers, and we're going to kind of go over that right now, which one is for what purpose. Again, you're going to receive 3 numbers for your bike helmet, and again, they'll be located right in this area here. So 3 of these numbers will be used for your bike helmet. These 2 larger numbers right here will be your bib numbers. The best use for these are on a race belt like you see right here. And the best way to do is take both bib numbers off, put them back to back over your race belt, and they'll stick fairly well. If you decide to attach it to your jersey, again, you might need to find a couple safety pins. They are sticky. But again, over the course of the day, you may want to attach those with a couple safety pins. But the best usage for the bib number is using the race belt. The other sets of numbers that you'll receive is a bike number. Again, your bike number will be located right here, this long one right here. You'll attach that to your seat post. If for some reason it doesn't fit in that location, you can attach it to your rear brake cable. And again, just make sure that is visible for the officials. So again, if it's not visible, the officials may ask you to replace that or put it in a new location. So the bike number on your seat post or on the rear brake cable. You will also receive this number right here, which is a bag tag. And again, attach that to your bag so we can identify any lost or misplaced bags throughout the event. The other set of numbers that you'll get is a set of temporary tattoos provided by TriTats. Those will be your body markings. We will not be using Sharpies on race morning. You will receive this on at packet pickup. So we need you to put your numbers, 1 on each arm right here, and also 1 on each shin. Because of the uniforms these days, we're not going to put them up on your thigh. We prefer you to put them on your shins so that the officials can clearly see what your number is during the bike portion or the run portion of the event. So this is a temporary tattoo. I would recommend, first thing Saturday morning or Friday evening to put these on. It just takes a little bit of water. Pay attention to how you're putting those on because I know there will be a couple people walking around with them upside down and backwards. Again, so pretty simple to apply. If you have any questions, please let us know. Talk a little bit about what you'll see at the rules briefing. The rules briefing will be headed by head referee Ann Snunborg, and that will take place on Friday, April 29th at 2 o'clock at the Hilton. And this is your opportunity to ask the questions about the draft zone, about what blocking is, and about any USAT rule that you may be unclear about. So again, we strongly encourage you to be at this because we don't want to hear any questions or concerns after the event about you didn't understand what the draft zone was. So make sure you attend the rules briefing on Friday at 2 o'clock at the Hilton, and they'll answer all your questions as it relates to USAT rules. We'll do the same at 3 o'clock with the elite athletes. We'll go into a little more detail with the elites for their event at that time. And again, so we strongly encourage you to be at this. This is your opportunity to understand what the rules are for the event. And the officials will be out there enforcing the rules. All right, bike check-in on Friday. So from 4 to 7 o'clock on Friday, there is a mandatory bike check-in. In order to check your bike in, you will need to have your wristband that you'll pick up at Packet Pickup and your bike number on the bike before you can enter transition. So please do not come to the bike check-in before you go to Packet Pickup. You must go to Packet Pickup first, receive all your numbers, your wristband, and then you can come and check in your bike. Again, 4 to 7 is the time to do that. Follow the parking maps that we just talked about earlier. Again, do not park on the side of the roads or in any of the other areas. The police have been very strong about that with us, about to make sure you guys are parking in a designated area. Trisports.com will be providing bike support at the event. So again, if you need any last-minute adjustments, there will be bike support on site. Race morning. As I mentioned earlier, transition will open at 6 o'clock and will close right at 8 a.m. So again, get in there, get situated. Again, when you show up on race morning, you'll pick up your timing chip just outside of transition. You'll go in, set up your location, get all your gears organized, and then at 8 o'clock, we're going to ask everyone to leave. There will be no bike warm-ups on Saturday morning, so once your bike is checked in Friday, it's staying in transition. So again, refer to the parking maps on race morning. You must park in those designated locations. You'll enter the transition from East Innovation Park Drive, and we'll talk about that here in a section. The other thing to also remember is please, again, we'll allow some transition bags in the transition area, but again, we don't want everyone's suitcases and couches and stools and all that stuff in the transition area. So again, small bags are allowed at your area. Again, anything that's larger than a decent-sized duffel bag, please leave that in the car or with the loved one so that we can create a little bit more space for everyone in the transition zone. And again, on Saturday morning, there will be bike support provided by Trisports.com. Again, if you show up on race morning, there's a flat or need last-minute adjustments, they'll be there to support you before the race gets going. All right, talk a little bit about the wave starts. As I mentioned, wave 1 it goes off at 8 o'clock. Para-duathletes, female 50+, male 60+, will start at that time. Wave 2 at 8:10, 18 to 44-year-old males. At 8:20 is wave 3, males 45 to 59. 8:30 is wave 4, female 18 to 49. Now again, we will start on time, so make sure that you give yourself plenty of time to get to the start area. And so you're not starting late behind everybody else, so we will start on time. Elite athletes, your wave will start for the males at 9:30, and for the women, 9:35, you will start your national championship race. All right, we'll talk a little bit about the race course here. Your run 1 and run 2 are identical, so we'll go over both of them here at the same time. But the 5-kilometer run course is a 1-lap course. I would classify it as a challenging course. It's hilly. It's going to be warm, so you will be tested on race day. Again, running lanes are closed to all traffic. Stay inside the cones. There are some portions, again, where the traffic is separated by cones between you and the cars. So again, stay within the cone areas. We'll provide 4 aid stations out on the course. Gatorade, water, and goo will be provided at those aid stations. And again, plenty of volunteers and police will be on the course to make sure you're staying on the right course and, again, keeping for your safety. So this is the map of the run course. Your start area will be located just out of transition in here. But as you start on the course, you'll be heading up Innovation Park Drive up here. As soon as you hit Rancho Vistoso Boulevard, you'll take a right, head down, do a U-turn at the end right here, head back, where there will be timing mats to register every athlete, making sure they hit that turnaround point. Head back down Rancho Vistoso, back to Innovation Park, all the way down. So you hit this area right here where you'll take a left turn. This street does not have a name to it. Again, it's in a commercial park. You'll take a left through the roads here. Again, make a U-turn At this point, again, timing mats will be there to register everyone crossing that map, making sure no one's cutting the course and everyone's making each turnaround. Heading your way back to Innovation. And when you get to this location right about here, this portion is a pretty good climb. So this part of Innovation will challenge you. Again, so as you head up, this will be a nice uphill challenge for you. Then you'll enter the transition. So as you enter back in the transition zone, you'll run the full length of the transition area at this point. Kind of do a U-turn, enter in, grab your bike, run to the mountain line, and then you'll head out into the bike course. And we'll just touch base here on the bike course in just a second. So that is your run course. There will be aid stations located in this area right here. So as you exit, as you come out on the second run, you'll be able to hit an aid station right here. There will be an aid station at this location, an aid station at this location, and another aid station right about here as you head back in. So there will be 4 aid stations along the route. All right, we're having there it goes. Whoops. All right, again, to kind of talk a little bit about the bike course. The bike course is a 35-kilometer, 2-lap course. Was classified as a rolling hills, nothing too major out there in terms of hills, but again, it will challenge you. The roads are not completely closed, and when we say that is that there will be lanes dedicated just for bikes, and then there will also be lanes dedicated for cars. So again, stay in your lane. If you need to make a pass, make sure to pass within that lane. Do not go outside of your lane just for safety reasons. Out on the course, there will be no bottle exchange. So again, make sure you have enough water for you on the bike portion. That we'll have areas in the transition area where you can fill up your bottles race morning. Again, but no bottle exchange on the bike course. And the course will have USAT officials out there, again, enforcing the rules. So we'll look at the map here. Again, so here's our transition area. That's the close-up. So as you mount your bike, you'll be heading up Innovation over to Rancho Vistoso. You'll take a left, and all through this long section here is rolling hills. And again, I wouldn't classify it as anything very challenging, but again, it will test you. There's no flat portion on this course. You're either going up or going down. As you make it to the furthest point along the course, you'll take a right turn on Moore Road, where you again will have a turnaround at this point and head back out into the course. And again, heading all the way back the same way that you came, and Rancho Vistoso down Innovation Park. And then when you start to approach the transition area, the turnaround will be right in this area right here, which you will then do a U-turn and head back out onto the course and do that a second time. After you completed your second loop, you'll come back in, dismount, head into the transition area, throwing on your run chutes for run 2. And we'll touch base a little bit again on the second run. But the second run is identical. The only difference, as you come through, do one loop on that run, head out, do the loop on Rancho Vistoso, come back down, head down the big downhill, out and about around here, check the timing mat again. And as you take your right on Innovation, this is going to challenge you in that last portion of the run course. As you run up, when you take this left turn as you did to go head in and for T1, you'll enter, and instead of going this way to transition, you'll just continue straight into the finish area. So again, that is the difference between your first run and your second. On the first run, you'll take a right here into the transition. On your second run, you'll enter and then head straight into the finish area. So that is your major difference between your first run and your second. Identical everything else except where you finish at the end there. As I mentioned, each aid station is approximately every mile on the run course. There will be Gatorade, goo, water, and ice provided at each aid station. Again, no bottle exchange. No bottle exchange will take place on the bike course. So again, make sure you have plenty of water available to you on the bike portion. Talk a little bit about the transition and the setup. As I mentioned earlier, you'll enter on race morning. You'll enter out from the east, which off of East Innovation Park Drive. The mount and dismount lines will be clearly marked. Bike racks will be individually numbered, so it's not first come, first serve. You will have your number will be individually marked, and you must rack your bike in that area. You must rack your bike by the seat. And one little piece of advice: please check the bar end plugs before you come into transition on Friday. Make sure you have bar end plugs. The officials will be looking for that. Again, so bike support can help you with that. Again, but rack by the seat. We're only going to allow small bags in the transition area. Again, so if you have anything very large, leave it with a loved one, put it in your car. Again, we just try to keep the transition areas open and to everybody as possible. And then we'll start bike checkout at approximately about 12 o'clock when it's safe and everyone's out of the transition area, so we're not interfering with anybody. So this is your transition area. Right in this general area right here will be the start for the event. So again, here's your transition. So when you enter in the morning, you'll be entering from this side of the transition area. You'll pick up your timing chip all right in this area, and then you'll enter what you need to do at that point. Get you organized between 6 and 8 o'clock. You will have your tri-tats on, so there won't be any body marking. From that perspective, we will mark your calves with your race ages so everyone knows who's in front of you. So the only thing you will get marked is your age in the morning, and that will take place in this general area right here. If you have anyone who's volunteering for the event, the volunteer check-in will be right here. All your post-race activities will take right part between the transition and the finish area. For any medical needs you may have, that will be located back behind the finish line area. And again, so this is your flow. So as you start the race, you'll come back up through here, start to head into this area, this chute here, just grab your bikes. You'll grab your bikes, head out, mount in about this general area, head up onto the course. As you come back, you'll start your second lap, head back out, and then when you complete your second lap, you'll dismount right here in this general area, run your bike into the transition area, rack it, throw on your shoes, head back out, do your run, and as you come back up through this area, you'll come through, and instead of taking this, you'll head straight to the finish line. So your ins are always located in this general area. Your outs are all going to be on this side of the transition. So ins and outs for your transition flow. When you make it to the finish line, there will be plenty of water and Gatorade to rehydrate. We'll have medical support. You'll receive your finisher medal, post-race food. Individual printouts will be provided for you from results. We will also post unofficial results at that time. We will also post any penalties that the officials may have issued at that time. So again, check the officials' results area. Look for any penalties, and that will be your time. If you want to protest any penalties, you can talk to the head official at that time. But again, you will receive a individually printed receipt of your finish time and splits, but we will also post that unofficially on the results board. From 6 to 8 o'clock will be the award ceremony, as we mentioned, at the Hilton El Conquistador. Awards will be given out to the 5 deep in every age group, so be in attendance to receive that great award. Para-duathlon awards will be given out as well at that time. Elites, again, prize money, $10,000 of prize money up for grabs, and that will go 5 deep, but the awards for the national championship will go 3 deep. Age groupers that are trying to qualify for Team USA in Gijón, Spain. Again, you must be in attendance to the award ceremony. There will be a sign-up sheet for that. The top 18 per age group will qualify to represent the United States at the ITU World Championships in Gijón, Spain, which takes place September 24th, 25th, later this year. We will also at that time have travel information to hand out and give recommendations and then answer any questions as it relates to traveling to the World Championships. So again, Team USA, be at the awards ceremony, top 18 per age group. We will roll down to the 25th slot. Talk a little bit about getting to the event. One of USAT's partners, High Country Shipping, will provide shipping to the event, and they'll work closely with trisports.com, who does all the bike support. USAT members, you'll get a great discount if you use High Country Shipping. They will also assist in getting your bike back to Trisports to ship out. So again, after the event, if you're trying to send your bike back home, you must have that to Trisports by 6 o'clock Saturday evening. Again, but High Country Shipping will help you in that process. Again, if you don't get it back to Trisports by 6 o'clock, the next time your bike will be able to be shipped out will be on Monday at 10 a.m., which is May 2nd. So check with trisports.com or High Country Shipping if you have any further questions about shipping your bike to the event. And that information can be found on the USAT website. Another great offer that Trisports, who is the presenting sponsor of the event, trisports.com, will be offering a welcome gift. You can pick that up at their store. So again, go online, check out their address. They're near the airport. Stop in, get your welcome bag, which will consist of water bottles, timing chip straps, energy gels, and other goodies. So that's a great addition to the event. So we thank trisports.com for their support. So again, go pick up your welcome pack when you arrive in town. We just want to say a few thank yous to everyone who allows this event to take place. Again, to the town of Oro Valley, Vince Trinidad and Tucson Sports, Erica Federico from Tucson Sports, Mike Bott from the Oro Valley Police Department, Greg Forrest from Ventana Medical Systems for allowing us to use their facility, trisports.com, the presenting sponsor, Brian Grasky for all his support of the event, the University of Arizona Triathlon Team, Sue Clark from the Golder Ranch Fire District, Herb Garman from the Hilton El Conquistador, Robin Klaczynski from the Conquistador as well, the Oro Valley Hospital, and the Southwest Regional Council for supporting the event. Also, USA Triathlon partners who are making this all possible, TIER, Rudy Project, Blue Competition Cycles, Gatorade, and again, Trisports for being the presenting sponsor. So that was really the pre-race webinar, and it looks like based on all the questions that we've been receiving, there really aren't any additional questions to go over at this time, but please feel free to email any questions to nationalevents@usatriathlon.org, or again, go back and watch the webinar again at your leisure. You can pass it on to your friends so everyone's aware of what's going on for race day. And again, we appreciate your time, your support of Duathlon, your support of USA Triathlon. Have a great race, and we'll see you in Tucson, Arizona, April 30th.
Great. Thank you so much, Jeff. That was great. If you guys have any questions, you can submit them using the Q&A box on the right-hand side of your screen, or email them to the email address that Jeff mentioned in his presentation. And I'd like to remind everyone that a recording of this webinar will be available on the USAT website, and you'll receive an email from USAT in the next few days with that direct link so you can review it and watch it over again. So thank you again for joining us today, and best of luck on your race. Thank you.